Welcome back. This is Nick Eger once again. I will be discussing the graph of the cosine function. And as you can see in the figure or in the graph, you can see the unit circle there and also the Cartesian graph of the cosine function. As you can see here in the unit circle, when our x is 0 or the angle is 0, then our x coordinate is, or the y coordinate is 1. The value of cosine 0 is 1. So we have the highest or the maximum point directly there. And if we go to pi over 2, then we have the value of cosine x here is 0. There we go. Here we are. And then if we go back, go further to pi, we know that the cosine pi again is the same as in cosine 0, but it is on the negative. So we have the minimum value here. So it's almost similar to cosine, to sine a function. The only difference is that we start with 1. And then we go to 0, and then we have negative 1. In the sine, we start with 0, and then 1, and then 0 again, and then negative 1. Here is 1, 0, 1, 0, negative 1, and then 0, and then positive 1. And as you can see here, they have the same period. That is 2 pi. Okay. To sum it up, the general cosine function, as we did with sine, is the same. A is not equal to 0, and B should be equal to greater than 0. I prepared some GeoGebra again. I removed some of them. This is the cosine graph. And if I'm going to have the amplitude now, it affects the amplitude for the A, as you can see here. Then it's the same period, but the amplitude will change. Okay, that's why we have A there. Okay, if I'm going to remove that, and then for the B, maybe you've seen here, we have B there. The function of the B there, or the effect of the B there, is this one. The period. It will affect the period. And it's the same as in sine. We have B, 2 pi divided by B is the period. Okay? The higher the B, the tighter the period. Okay? Next, we remove that. What do the C means here? It's the same as in sine. So if you missed my sine, because I'm not going too deep here now. To the left, to the right, sorry, if it's positive, to the left if it's negative. Okay, and then for the D. The D is up and down. It's only the vertical. It's the same as in sine. Okay, if we have all of them, as you can see, if I will change which of them, then you can see the effect. Okay, now let's take a look at some examples. Okay, on the same set of axes, graph y is equal to cosine x, as you can see here. I did it already. And y is equal to cosine minus pi minus 3. That means from negative 2 pi, it should be from negative 2 pi to... I can do that. Wait a minute. Here we go. As I've said, we have cosine, parenthesis x minus pi divided by 3. And this is our C. What C does is that it transforms the whole thing, the whole function, to the left or to the right. Because c now is positive, it should be to the right by pi divided by 3. So if we have pi 4 here, and we have here pi divided by 3, it should be here, like that. And it should be here. It should be here. And it should be here. It should be there. So it should look like this. Like that. Oh, from -2. So it should be there. It should be there. It should be there. And it should be there. There you go. It should look like that. It's not accurate, but it should look like that. Okay, without using technology, sketch a graph of y is equal to 3 cosine 2x. What does it says to us is that we have our amplitude now is 3, not 1 anymore. So we have there. And our period will be 2 pi divided by 2. Our b here is 2. So we have pi. That means we have 2 cycles or 2 revolutions when we go to 2 pi. So 1 revolution is here. Okay, that means we have 3 here. So from 0. That means our lowest point now is on pi over 2. That is -3. So here is the 0. And here is the 0 also. So it should look like this. It's a little bit tight. I will do something. Now it looks like it looks better because I stretch it a little bit. It should be there as like what I said, and it should be here also. So when it is pi over 2, then I have the lowest point here. So when it is pi over 4, and what will be 3 pi over 4, then it should be 0 there. And it should be until 2 pi. So we have, once again, here is the lowest, highest, here is the lowest. Here is 0, here is 0. Okay, like what I said, it's not accurate, but it should look like that. Okay, another example. State the amplitude where appropriate. Amplitude. We have now the cosine, so we have y is equal to, we have our amplitude is, it should be a. Our amplitude is equal to the absolute value of -1, which is 1. Next example. Our cosine here, state the period. The period is, we have period is equal to 2 pi divided by, we have actually 1/3 there, because pi divided by 3 is 1 times 1/3 divided by pi by x. Sorry, that is not pi. X is that. This is x times x. So we have 1/3 there. That means we have 2 pi multiplied by 3. And then we have 6 pi. So you need to stretch the graph. Okay, let's see if we can find some more example. We have the cosine, the b here, has paired 2 pi divided by 3. So we have 2 pi divided by 3 is equal to 2 pi divided by b. So we have b is equal to, if we multiply both sides of the equation by b, and 3 divided by 2 pi. Then b is equal to, we have 2 pi times 3 divided by 2 pi. This is 1, so we have b is equal to 3. Last one might be, yes, state the maximum and minimum values where appropriate. We have d here, we have b. Okay, we start with b. We have our a is equal to 3. So we have now our maximum value is equal to 3, and our minimum value is equal to, we have negative 3. And for d now, we have our a is 1, but we start with 3, so we have our maximum value is equal to 3 plus 1, because that's maximum. We have 4. For our minimum value, we still have 3. We start with 3, but this time we have negative 3 here, negative 1. So we have 2. If you want, I can sketch that. We have 1, 2, 3 here. So our amplitude is still 1. So my point is here, maximum, and my lowest point is here. That's 2. Okay, thank you for watching once again. I hope you learned something. In my next video, may you guess it, you already guessed about it, the tangent function, and a little bit different from cosine and sine. And I hope to see you there. And thank you for watching, and have a nice day.